Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Percival, also known as Scuffed Gaming, and welcome back to Inscryption. This is going to be like a little intermediary session where I just go through some of uh, the Poe area, basically the robot area. Uh, this is not during a regularly scheduled run, so I'm not joined by anyone really at this point. It's just I found that by the end of the last episode, it just felt a lot like we were just going through the motions for these games because our deck is quite strong, and so why would we? Why would we force anyone to endure me dirtling through some of these puzzles, which frankly I will be dirtling through some of these puzzles. I can't even remember if we already did this puzzle or not, but if we didn't, then it's all good, right? And I can't even remember like how that worked. Presumably and I know I should really be looking up like, well, what does this item do? How does this work? Just because we're not super familiar with some of these robot cards, if that makes sense. I think if this hits this, this will blow up and then blow up these two, which is what is happening. To get 3 damage in this way. If we do this. No. Yeah, as soon as we move this up, then it blows up this thing next to us. This? Yeah. 2 card packs. There's gonna be the robot card packs mostly. Hey, we got a super duper mox. We got a Borborygmos card. Yeah. Bifurcated strike. Looks like these are making a chain. I mean, if we move this down, yeah, there we go. Some of these decks will be a little bit more easily explained as we go down the line, but yeah, so this robot, if you remember from our last episode, Poe said, I'm not going to play you because your deck sucks, and so on and so forth, and so we're going to be essentially having to, essentially what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do the same thing we've been doing in the other ones, which is to go through and beat his lackeys, and they're going to be playing the robot decks. And in the middle are these puzzles where they want us to form like a conduit where it's equal on both sides, or add up to 6 in other words. So, for example, this adds +1 to this side, this +1 to the other side. So this adds 1 across the board here, this is 1 across the board over here, and these 1s become 3s. Yeah, I'm not gonna presume to know how the later puzzles work because obviously I can't even count to 5, and that's not gonna be possible. So I'm gonna fumble. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error. Yeah, I didn't want to force anyone else to have to watch me do this normally during the course of a regular run. So Poe wasn't happy. Just who are you to be carrying orders from Poe? He'd only trust someone with some semblance of game skill. I'm very busy. Are you busy? Are you? Buff conduit and no conduit particularly in a circuit. A lot of these robot decks care about playing like something on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but obviously the enemy decks don't adhere to the same rules that we do, and so they're pretty concerned about just forming conduits and buffing their team with the conduits. So, for example, this is going to make everything else have a power. So I'm not sure if that counts itself or not, because I don't recall, but we're just going to do our usual opening. So our usual opening is pretty rock solid. A nice little like shooting effect here that we have. We'll take out this little buddy. Get a bone, put Necro over here. Ship the turn. Gonna have to try to sponge damage here. Hopefully get a good draw. I would say that's a pretty good draw. Got another leap bot coming in. No reason to force the issue. We're gonna win slowly at this rate. And we're perfectly okay with that. I mean, we literally don't need to do anything more than this. Yeah, we can try to force in some extra damage if we want with these two skeletons. And if we happen to draw Bone Pile, we will happily sack one of our necromancers. It looks like we won't have to. We'll just kill our opponent. And he goes, "Oh God, if I'm your inspector, not an engineer, I cannot send any boss down line, but I can send myself. I am proud to have served Poe faithfully." Yeah, it just pops his head right on the conveyor belt, you know. Sad way to go, bud. Blind obedience is not something that people should be so willing to accept, especially for an overlord like Poe, who acts and sounds like like a salty magic player. There we go. This one over here. Yeah, so we start to get into some really interesting stuff where we have this block. And before anyone asks, yeah, we need to add every single one of these blocks to the line. We can't just choose not to play a block. You know, and as soon as we complete a cycle, right, then, you know, that's where it ends. We can put this here, this here, this here, this here. Still 3, yeah. Yep. This one. 0. 0 minus 1. No. We'll put +1 here. This becomes 2, 3. I'm sure that they would have definitely had a field day watching me try to figure this out. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? All we need is the 2 and the 3 to make the puzzle work. Let me out, haha, what was that? I am the melter. They send it for raw materials and well, you can see how it works. Let me out. Not another word out of you. This guy got split personality, or multiple personalities disorder. A disorder. Empty space within a conduit completed by factory spawn leap bots at the end of the owner's turn. And then this buff conduit is going to make everything buffed. So we're for sure going to take 2 during our next turn, possibly. Yeah. He ends his turn and it makes leap bots. I think we'll sack one of our bone piles, just so that we could play a bone heap, pump it, start getting damage in right now. Otherwise, this is going to be a wrap, an absolute wrap. Okay. I think if we could just break this line, then we'll be okay. If we could just break this line, then we'll be fine. We play Necro. Get us back a little bit of wiggle room. Let him hit us. We don't need all of these guys. Ground Soul here. Not completing a circuit. Perfectly fine. You know, he could summon his lead bots if he wants to. We don't really mind. Now we're gonna start to put in some real Damaggio down range here. Make sure he never gets to have his circuit. Or it's a he or a she. Sometimes it could be hard to tell, you know. Alright. Boom. And that's that. Help me. Excellent battle. Now with that aside, what did you come to tell me? Poe wishes for better bots at the scanner, but that is difficult, you see. I melt the metal, but I cannot reprogram the stamping machine. There's a way to send at least one new bot down the line. Haha, yes, for Poe. And throws himself onto the button machine. What a shame. What a shame. Okay. Oh. Sneeze. Oh, wow, that was a big one. Sorry about that, folks. Lord have mercy. If we put this here and here, then what? And we cover this. And cover this. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. Now we do this one. What if we put the -1 here? And then the +1 like here. And then +0 here. And then we just block this out. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay. Ground control to Major Tom. Give me some booster packs. I want my boosters. Alright. I know what you're for. You're asking me to take a dive, but I can't accommodate you, mate. Got special orders in it. Looking to dredge something special? We can dual eye. Maybe even give you something if you win. But I can't be taking a dive. Poe will understand. So he's got like swimming bots, probably. Or is this the Drowned Soul? No, because we already fought the Drowned Soul boss. That's not gonna matter. Doubtless. You know, mate, I can't take my eyes off my work here. I'll give you this one. Okay. Here, take your pack. Yeah. Okay. Now off with you. I need to concentrate. Oh wait, is that? It's gonna reward me big for this one. Seriously? You're just not gonna play us? That's interesting. So this is there's some kind of like weird corrupted thing happening here. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. It's changing all over the place. Very weird. Very, very strange. It makes you wonder what he's making with all of this. All this garbage. You know? At the beginning of this whole section, we learned that Poe was using his particle scanner in order to make inscription cards. And in this world, it feels a lot like the Scribes' power is based on their inscription cards. You know, he's making the scanner. You can see over here, he's turning these scanner into cards. So presumably, whatever that thing is, he's going to turn it into a card. You wish to trade? Sure do. Just kidding. Just kidding. We don't want anything. So that card is supposed to come all the way up this belt. And I want to say it does actually move all the way up the chain. Yeah, you can see it over here now. You can see it's turning into various sprites, you know, blood token sacrifices. The wood carver. Very, very eerie, very creepy, very strange. Yeah. Yeah. So he's making some kind of glitched out card then, probably. Poe is making some kind of strange card. Yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and just do this quick run. When we come back on the Monday as scheduled, I will probably fight Poe, and then yeah, we will see where everything goes from there. So thank you so much for watching. I know this is a super short episode, but I hope you have a great day. And for those of you that are well, this is being recorded on Thanksgiving, but I realize by the time this gets released, it will not be Thanksgiving anymore. So I hope everyone enjoys their Thanksgiving, if indeed you celebrate, and a great day even if you don't. So catch you later.